Lepas bila?
Baju dia jatuh rasa seluar pun tu. Oh.
Hey, you guys, come back here.
Diam lah.
In New York, I mainly rock.
Welcome everybody to the first ever Pintu Belakang episode. You gotta get a round of applause. Thank you,
Yes.
everyone. Thank you. So, just as a disclosure, we're only gonna be this fucking formal for the first ever episode. We will not be in suits the whole time. You guys will get to know us with the following episodes. So, gonna get each and one of y'all to introduce yourselves, starting with the main man co-host, also known as second host, Irfan. Take it away. What's your name? What you doing?
What's up, people? I guess I'll be introduced as Irfan. I'll use my real name, otherwise, some people might know me as Siput. I think, this has been a really spontaneous idea that has been taken action of by all four of us, all five of us. Not to mention, there is one secluded member who's I'd say hasn't found the right time to show his face yet, but that'll be a story for another day. So I will be hosting this. I'd say this show. I'll be hosting this show alongside Zaf. I'd say we both have a very good sense in waffling, and it provides good content to be uploaded on the internet.
Quality content, top
Quality.
notch.
I'd say Michelin star worthy.
Michelin star, yes sir. So on the bottom left, we have, in Interact Club terms, you guys would know him as the publicity director. We got Mr. TikTok famous Tun Firas. What it do? How are you, Tun? You okay?
Yes, I'm Firas. I'm going to be the second freeloader of the podcast. I will not be here like in every episode. I'll just be here and listen and just make stupid faces.
Yes, sir.
That's all.
Yes, sir. And then we got spoiled rich brat piece of shit. Top left.
Oh my
Aydeel. Get to it.
Hello, I'm Aydeel. I'll be somewhat the third host and someone that just makes stupid shit in his podcast. You'll see a lot of stupid shit happening, and I hope you guys in for a treat, man. It's gonna be a blast.
Essentially, Aydeel is the man behind what in physical terms would be camera works, but since we are in this state of time, which means we are forced to live in our own little bubble at home, so he'll be responsible for all the editing work.
I'll be responsible for all what you see on social media as well. In terms of cover art,
In
in terms of camera angles. I mean everything, right?
Everything.
Actually everything, though. When we're going to meet each other in real life, I'll still be in the video somewhat, but I'll still be outside of the video.
to
You
sum
get
it
what I mean?
to sum it up, I'd say Aydeel is what can be known as the creative.
Creative director.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Take that name if you
Don't
want to.
get ahead.
If it makes you feel better,
yeah.
I'm gonna take it. I'll take it all. Bro.
Don't go ahead of yourself, but take it with pride.
we're all we need, bro. It's four dumbasses with no life plans, sitting in front of the laptops like it's nothing new.
And big fucking dreams.
Small circle, big dreams. We gotta make that dream
Yeah.
work a bit, but it is what it is.
That's fair.
So basically, on how we got this whole thing started, Irfan was not involved in the very early starting stages. It was me, Aydeel, and also main man named Akmal, who's no longer in the picture apparently. He's gone to pursue whatever fucking dreams he has. I wish him nothing but the best.
You got other things to do?
So
Nah, fam. No, we need to declare beef, don't we?
no, not yet.
Early.
Later in the
Too early,
season.
bro. Too early, bro.
So like the plans for this podcast show depends on what you want to call it. It was really big at the time. Me and Akmal went scouting around for like hipster ass cafes with like good ass lighting, so we can like ask like, hey yo, can we shoot on these days? But no one really had the balls to go inside and ask the owner. So we just looked at the restaurants from afar like, hey, that's a nice place. One day we might have to ask the owner. And then Aydeel came through, because Aydeel, He's the son of a very big person. It's up to him if he wants to disclose it, but we know he has the utilities to help us, I would say. Man got thick wallets, thicker brain. But, you know, it is what it is. That was because it was pre-pandemic. Now that we're in a very heavily locked down situation with curfews and bullshit, I guess Discord is like our only way to get this thing started. Because who's to say we can go out in the next few months anyways?
I'll be honest, it's getting really long. Please let me out.
That doesn't stop us from doing a podcast, We make
Nothing.
use of everything. Discord, everything is online now.
So as to how Irfan got introduced into the picture of a fine, was it Friday, Irfan?
No clue.
It was
It
sometime.
might have been a Saturday because you had to bounce for class.
Okay. So let's just say it was a fine night, a rainy night in Stoke, you would say.
Oh,
Mans was just okay, fuck it. So I met him on a certain site because of undisclosed reasons. But after we followed each other on Instagram for a while, but we just never really interacted with each other because there was no reason to actually. I was like, oh shit, this guy's cool. It was like we really had no reason to talk to each other until we met on that certain site and we had a certain thing in common. And then after talking to him and finding out how fucking social and how good he talks, it's just I realized that he was maybe the missing link. He was the kickstart that we needed to start this whole thing. You know, we had help from quite a few people, but he was really the missing link. You know, I didn't want to suck his dick or anything, but he was the missing link. Okay. Speaking of rich people, Aydeel, how are you?
oh
Doing
my
right?
god! Hell,
I'm fine, thank you.
what?
I'm fine.
Oh,
But still, for something that we put it abandoned and is suddenly coming back to life.
Thank
So,
God for that.
Thank you, Irfan, for being the missing link. You round applause, man.
I've known
Okay.
Aydeel for quite a while, and he eats a lot. Very much so that
That
I
I
think if
can
he
agree.
tilts his camera down, you're probably gonna see some fucking bullshit on his table. What do you have
Go
on your
on, do
table
it.
today, Aydeel?
Odds on, odds on.
He has a
Oh
fucking
my
burger.
fucking god! It doesn't even need odds. It's already there.
You'll
know-
see me eating a lot in this podcast because I like food.
And what sucks is that
Food
he's
is-
skinny. And he eats a lot of shit and he's skinny. That doesn't work, doesn't sit right with me.
Nah, it doesn't sit right with us low metabolism folks.
So back to on how me and Akmal were looking for places. We were looking at for aesthetic places, and honestly, the first thing that comes to what's the first thing that comes to your minds when you guys think of the word aesthetic?
Petaling street cafes.
Guys, I don't know.
No, I'm sorry. That was very Instagram of me.
Speaking of hipsterish and aesthetic places, apparently a place that gets all the motherfucking praise, and this has been on my head for a long ass time. Jibril. Subang. SS, I don't fucking know, I don't fucking care. Could be SS 3, 4, 5. You couldn't be bothered to even do research on that place.
Alright, chill out. You've offended like 5 girl clubs today.
Oh. So the thing about me and Jibril is that I don't understand. Okay, what Jibril is known for, that what? Butter chicken.
Butter chicken.
Butter chicken, which tastes so fucking mid. I'm not gonna fucking lie. Butter chicken in Jibril, it doesn't even taste that good. And I'm just gonna be straight up. You guys been to Luckin Coffee tak? Luckin Coffee somewhere, I think it's like KL or some shit.
I've
Lucky-
seen it somewhere.
Their butter chicken is way fucking better and it doesn't cost as much. And not a lot of people are fucking rushing that place, so thank God for that.
How much is the butter chicken in Jibril?
I don't fucking know. I don't want to remember that shit.
20 something.
20
I think it's
something.
20 something. I think it's 20 something. But
20
almost to 20 lah.
That's fucking outrageous.
18, 19. I don't know.
Luckin is like a 15, 14 thing. With the extra, let's say if you went out to eat with like 20 ringgit, which you would be fucking delusional to do lah. But if you actually went out with 20 ringgit, to Luckin Kopi you could get a butter chicken with rice, of course, and water. You bring 20 ringgit to Jibril, you're as good as broke. Like you ain't gonna get shit there. But that's
Trust
my
me when I say I can predict the drinks are more than $12 each.
exactly. They gonna
Yeah.
fucking charge you like 10 ringgit for some lemon water or some bullshit like that. But I get it. It's a nice place for first dates, but you don't go there to eat every day. Like I see these motherfuckers going on weekends. Like why? What is the point?
The
I
aesthetic.
feel-
What's so
feel
aesthetic?
like-
It's dark as
Yeah.
fuck.
Yeah, why is it dark? Why is it dark? That's
I
my
don't know.
question. That's my take on Jibril. That's my take on Jibril. I don't really give a fuck about the food because you can't really be impressed anywhere. So if you have the drive to go there, I mean, just to experience the butter chicken, and then you stick by it. I think that's just absurd
Delusional.
because you're looking for butter chicken. So why wouldn't you eat it anywhere else and find out that it's better?
And don't tell me they make Jibril dark because they want to be romantic. If you want to fucking take a girl out, you don't take them out to butter chicken. You just don't. Like you're gonna if you tell a girl you're gonna bring them out for a date, and you say butter chicken, you're probably gonna pull some fucking thrifting ass girl that wears cargos. It's not cool. Like butter chicken is not cool. Lucky Kopi has better butter chicken. My sister makes okay lah, her butter chicken isn't that great, but it tastes better.
This is very biased of them. I'd like to say this is a disclaimer. If you like butter chicken, you're normal. But if you go out of your way to eat butter chicken like that for that for that kind of self-investigated quality, then I think you have a problem with yourself.
Let's be dead ass. You live anywhere near Ampang, Setiawangsa, Melawati, and you're gonna fucking drive to Subang. For butter chicken, your priorities are not straight.
That's what you call a poser.
Let's ask the rich kid here lah. Because he's probably likes butter chicken. What do you think, Aydeel? What do you think of butter chicken, Aydeel?
I mean, I like butter chicken in general, but then I've never tasted Jibril's butter chicken before.
Don't. Just don't.
So I can't say anything about this.
I can put my money on you that you already tasted better.
My mom's butter chicken, I guess, I
Your-
like my mom's butter chicken. It's most bangest food ever.
Oh my god.
Freaking great, dude. But I like this. I mean, if you are willing to spend 20 ring on a Jibril butter chicken, and if you think that place is a romantic, then go ahead, man. Up to you. But then it's your loss, bro. I'd rather bring my girl to Nobu. I mean, it's not so expensive, but it's much more romantic, and I can show. Yeah, well, yeah.
Now the credit card's talking. You can shut up now.
I mean, blonde. It's a nice place. It's better than.
No.
This has turned a bit to a food channel.
Wait. I got a special. I'd say one of my experiences in Blonde and it's quite quirky. Yeah.
What's up?
They serve their bread in bird cages.
Really?
That is fucking crazy. Yeah, the bird cage is like sliced in half, so it's like half of a bird cage, and then they
Uh-huh.
put platforms on it. Yeah, it's like a bird cage when the one you hang it. It's
Yeah.
like that, right?
Yeah, yeah.
It's half of it, so it's open on one side. So they put platforms on it, like
Okay.
metal trays, and then they serve their bread and jam on it, and then they bring it to your table like a bird.
You see how fucking cool that is?
That's fucking insane. That's what I want to bring a girl to see.
Not butter chicken.
I
on a
don't want to
fucking
bring.
dark-ass
No,
place.
I don't want to bring my girl to somewhere we can't see.
Exactly.
Macam main kat
Yeah.
macam makan dinner kat man cave.
Ah.
Over back kid bro. Kena bawa torchlight bro. Makan
Exactly.
makan. You know those restaurants where you have to like open your flashlight to read the menu because it's so dark.
Exactly. My
I don't wanna
dad hates
fucking
those
eat
places.
my fucking dinner like this,
Like,
bro. What the?
Jangan wait.
Basically, to conclude, Jibril's food is overrated and is also unnecessarily dark.
Yes, that's true.
Yeah.
Towards the audience, what we're trying to get across is for the amount of downsides you can find in a place like that, there's no way it should be hyped up the way it is. And that's
Thank
all
you.
we're saying.
Thank
We're not
you.
saying you're a dumbass for eating there. Go on, but you're a dumbass for eating there.
Yeah, you get it. You're not a dumbass, but you are a dumbass.
You
really,
kind of
though.
are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But people who can afford to go to Jibril probably can afford many more things.
Yeah.
Rich people, basically. I did talking to you.
let your money talk for you, lah. If you want to eat wherever you want,
I mean, just go if you want to, but then
Yeah.
there's also better alternatives.
Yeah.
Way better.
Yeah.
So,
It's like those bobas also lah.
hey, Boba's fire. Don't talk shit on Boba. Boba's fire.
You love boba.
I like it. I'm not gonna go crazy when a boba shop opens, but I like to drink that shit. It is I.
I think we can't run this show anymore. We gotta cut it on the first episode. I fucking hate boba, bro.
Why?
Why?
though?
Yeah,
Boba's
why?
sedap,
I hate
sia.
boba, man. I don't know. I just think boba's fucking disgusting. The slimy pearls.
That's the
in
best part.
tea. I don't know. It just weirds me out. Maybe I'll get cancelled for not liking boba. Who knows?
You know who likes to cancel people? Well, since
Oh
you
my
brought up the topic, you know who likes to cancel people?
God. Oh my god.
Classists. Okay, tell me, out of everyone here, you know, we got people living in Damansara and shit. Right? Not to highlight Damansara only, but how many times have you approached a girl and they've not even replied to you because they come from maybe certain places up there? You know what I'm talking about. When I say certain places up there, you guys know what I'm talking about.
I think it's a sense of credibility that they have towards their own name that maybe slightly puts them ahead of other people.
Betul?
But you know, we're not gonna disclose any names or whatever. But
The shoe fits, wear it, fam.
yeah,
Wear it proudly, wear it tightly.
do what you want with this information. But I'm not saying that it's not true.
I mean, like, you've seen those group of people. I'm not just gonna put it down to one gender and not say girls and guys. I think it's the whole area in general. They have this aesthetic to them. Like, you look at them and you know, oh shit, he's from there. You look at what he's wearing, like, oh, he's definitely from up there.
Yeah.
You know where he's from. What car he does, you know where he's from.
The way he walks.
You know, motherfuckers, when they got a slight swag bob, you know where they're from. You know where they're from. And
They got a slight tilt to their head.
yeah, like,
It's like
they got pierced ears and shit. I'm not gonna say any names, but like, you know what I'm saying.
Fucking hell.
But yeah, I classify those people as classists. Don't know if that's the right term, but they will not talk to certain people because of the certain clout they think they have. If you guys understand where I'm coming from when I say this.
Clout or maybe even financial status plays a part.
Motherfuckers will not talk to you if you're broke.
So they
Yeah.
think.
When you talk about
It's
daddy's
their
money,
idea. It's their idea.
when you talking about daddy's money, you know, that's a whole different topic lah. You ain't made shit yet.
There's a whole other top left corner for this.
Top left corner. Aydeel, I'm sorry, we love you. We love you so much. Please don't leave us.
I
We
don't.
need you.
I don't.
You don't.
I don't. I hate
Oh, okay. After this, we're gonna have a 1v1 FIFA session with you. Okay, I'm gonna finish and win that trophy, bro. You
This-
wait, you wait.
Disclosing names. Don't know if that's a good idea. If it is, editor, edit it out.
Mm.
But certain someone, you know, I'm pretty sure when I say this, everyone pretty knows who he is. Alright, we get it. You were fat as fuck, and you went down to skinny legend. I respect that so much because that's exactly what I'm trying to do. But you only feel that way. You were confident enough to do it because you had daddy's money with you. And I'm not trying to spit on people's, you know, rezeki and stuff. Like, I mean, I'm glad that your father makes bank. I'm glad that he makes bread, but you don't gotta stretch your neck out to show what kind of car you're driving. Cause you know Perodua damn well ain't got seats with that fucking logo on it. Like, you ain't gotta take selfies.
It's a bit peak, if I'm honest. I mean, like,
It transmits small penis energy.
it kind of says, I mean, sure, you can talk. Your money can talk. At the end of the day, if people are trying to get to know you for your personality, you're dead, fam. You got nothing on you. You got your wallet, you got your credit card to talk. That's it.
And you got an elevator in your house,
Yeah.
Just use the stairs.
Which is broken.
which is broken, and you
Yeah,
can't
which
even
is
go up two
Yeah.
floors.
I'm too tired to go walk down the stairs, bro.
Yeah.
I gotta wait for the lift to be serviced.
Exactly.
Crazy.
Oh my god. You would sleep in the living room because you couldn't take the lift up to your room. That's the type of people they are, you know? Not they as in like a family, like they as in general, those
For
rich.
context, I think I should say there's a certain person, a certain content creator, mind you, if you know, and don't be bothered to search it up if you don't. But if you do know, then you'll know what we're talking about. It's there's this pretty famous dude. he pretty much balls really hard. Okay, he's got houses on houses on houses, and that one particular house he usually posts all his content in is huge, insane. It's huge. It's fucking crazy. But the need to show the people on the internet every inch, every square inch of your house to make
Is
people know you have money, kind of dead.
it's a dick move. It's really unnecessary. Okay, so like, yeah, you guys know where I'm coming from. Those kind of people, you know. It is what it is. They got money. We don't. I can't really say much. I've been a broke boy my whole life. Jokes. I do got cash. Girls hit me up. So yeah, you know, girls, girls hit me up. So when you talk about girls, and like I just said, if he finna take these girls to Nobu, what? Don't you have any other ideas except for Nobu? Like you're a film student. You gotta bring them out to some good films. So like, what good films do you have in mind? Talk your
Any
shit on
go-to
talk your shit on
movies?
films.
You,
You got any go-to?
you know what I want to bring. You know what movie I want to bring girl to watching? La La Land, bro.
La La
It's
Land.
like, well, I mean, not a lot of people will like it, but in terms of like the stories, the cinematography, in terms of all the aspect of filmmaking, La La Land is top, dude. Like that is something magical that I want to experience with my girl, bro. I'm about to be sad and play freaking City of Stars with my girl next to me was singing, bro. That's freaking amazing, dude. I don't know. Ever since I watched La La Land, I've been in love with that movie for like ever since then. And this is such a great movie to watch with. So with someone especially. It's not just
Violet, sign your boy up.
cinematic aspect. It's like it's really good, and that's why they won Oscars for it. And props to the director for it, man.
I'd say credit where credit's due because it's an award-winning film, anyways. So
Yeah,
not many people can talk shit about it because
yeah,
they have something to prove it.
betul.
Yeah. You know who can't relate? Tone hasn't had a girlfriend 19 years. Sucks to be him.
19 years.
19
And
years
still counting.
strong,
19
bro.
years sing
19 years
and
and
that
still
is
counting.
that is where you flex your loyalty to a girl, bro.
Yeah, though.
Your girl ain't
But
gonna
where's the
worry about
girl?
your
Where's
ex,
the
bro.
girl?
You gotta wait. It takes time, bro. It
You
takes
got
time.
19 years worth of love to pour onto one person. You better make sure she's
Yeah.
the right one. Don't fuck up.
Yeah, bro.
You know, relationship wise, I got a bone to pick with this relationship bullshit. I don't know. I'm just very angry today. Woke up choosing violence. Rumpets. We love them. We hate them.
We hate them.
Rumpets. You know they're an amazing group of people.
There are cultural aspects.
The cultural aspect of Malaysia. You ask Malaysians what race they are. You know, there's Malays, there's Indians, there's Chinese, there's Lain, and there's Rumpets. You gotta update that
On
shit.
their IC, yeah, it should be there on their IC.
They're
They
kaum.
shouldn't be ashamed. They
Yeah.
shouldn't be ashamed.
There's nothing wrong with liking motorcycles and revving that shit at like 8, and then maybe like 2 a.m. every day. Nothing wrong with that.
Right.
But what I do have a bone to pick is that why do all like the pretty girls, but the girls don't get ahead of yourselves. Why do all the rumpet guys
Get the pretty
bag
girls.
the pretty girls?
Oh my day. You brought this up. I've been doing some investigating of my own on this topic.
Okay.
So I've asked actually I've asked a certain person that I personally know who has dated people that are interested in those kind of things. Let's say that. Okay. And she said that 100% of the time, and she said this with Chester. She said 100% of the time, you see that happen, it's because of pity.
Oh damn.
Oh.
But for me, I have a bone to pick with that point that's being made because only so much pity can be given to someone. You know,
PT.
Betul? Like you don't go into a relationship because you're sad of what he goes
Yeah.
through.
No. They're saying like their context is they lead them on for fun, and then when they ask, they feel sorry, and then they just accept it. You see how fucked that is on both sides.
It's toxic since the beginning already. You can tell.
I mean, if you've planned that, if you've mapped that out, you got problems. But if you didn't, I mean, if you feel sorry along the way, then fair enough. There's some sympathy to be put in there, but why put yourself through it, fam?
Betul?
Sure, you have your sympathy. You're gonna suffer because you feel bad. and then he's gonna suffer because he just got rejected. But so what? You live and you learn.
It's life. You,
It's not like being rejected is gonna ruin your life. It's gonna you know take you a step down and like fucking make you collapse and shit. Relax. Being rejected. You fancy a girl. The girl doesn't fancy you. She makes it clear. Move on. Okay, it's not that hard for both parts.
don't understand because he knows my name in a certain school is very very famous because I've been rejected multiple times, but I don't care. You see me, I'm still going strong.
Yes, Zaf is
We
strong
shouldn't be
guy.
ashamed of ourselves when we get rejected.
You
Betul?
shoot your shot. It doesn't make it fair enough.
Yeah.
Shoot another one.
On to the next.
Yes.
Yeah. Don't
But
go back crying because of it. I mean, you'll probably cry because you get rejected, but then there's plenty more people that you can
Hello,
try.
pussy.
exactly.
I think on this certain issue, you cannot say much based on social differences. You cannot call them macam rumpit as a brand or like you're branding them as something
Mm-hmm.
because in the end they're just people. They got people, they were raised on different interests. Yeah, they were raised on different interests, and they were also you know influenced by different things compared to other people that we relate to much more. But that doesn't mean you can suddenly put down people that have their different interests. It doesn't mean just because you have an interest in something that is completely different, or maybe in your eyes a better class level than what they're interested in, you're dumb. Relax. It's just what they like. It doesn't Maybe you find it weird in the way you express things is different than them. Then they're just being passionate, so are you. You can be It's the same as comparing them with motorcycles and these ideal 6 foot guys who are into Japanese cars, right?
Yeah, JDMs.
Yeah, that kind of stuff.
It's the same thing. It's just
It's the same thing. It's
because
just
they look
you
good.
view it. Yeah, you view it differently, and it's not like no one else doesn't find them good looking. It's not
Exactly.
like it's not like the whole world is putting them down. You're just putting yourself on an imaginary pedestal where you feel like, oh, because of my financial surrounding, I feel like you are not of my capacity in society, and that's kind of fucked. That's kind of fucked up, you know. And to start off, it's not your financial surrounding; it's what your parents raised you into.
Mm-hmm.
That's one point to not make. If you're insulting people rumpit for being like, oh, babi rumpit miskin, then
Mm.
that's the idea yang orang selalu cakap kan. Oh,
Yeah.
rumpit ada duit kan, macam babi kan. Betul. So like there's this like imaginary idea where they put people yang are interested in those kind of things. They put them down, and honestly they treat them like animals
yeah.
because once and with the stuff going on in TikTok and like the irony of all the rumpit tracks that are being used and going viral and
Yeah.
being used, unironically as well. So I feel like if you're embracing their culture, then why can't you step down from that imaginary pedestal? If like, you use that sound and then they say like, oh, I got on a bit TikTok. What the fuck is that? That doesn't make sense. You're embracing what they are enjoying, and then you expect that you are of a higher class than them. That is absurd.
That's the way society thinks, man. Like, how do I say it? I'm not gonna say it lightly. I'm not gonna say it nicely, lah, because this is the hard fucking truth. I'll give an example. Subject A and Subject B. Subject A likes motorcycles. His skin is not that fair, and he doesn't have that much money. He does one thing. Let's say he does like a simple trend. It's probably gonna get hated on. Subject B probably has really fair skin. Is like has a perm, 6 foot, has his
Yeah.
ears pierced, wears Jordans,
Mullet.
has a mullet. Terasa. He
No.
has a mullet, and he does the same thing. He's gonna get praised. So what I'm trying to say is that life is not fair. If you're pretty, you probably gonna get everything. If you're not, you don't get shit. But that's the way society has molded itself. And That's just the way it is, in the words of
For
Tupac Shakur.
anyone that is finding it hard to accept that maybe you're not allowed, you feel like you're not allowed to mix around with certain people because they're of a certain level that you don't match with. I think you're thinking way too much about life and you're just not enjoying yourself as you should be. I think for you to think that you don't fit in anywhere is very wasteful of your time
True.
because you won't. You won't fit in anywhere because that's the truth. You're not gonna fit in anywhere because you are your own person. You'll have your own interests. Maybe you'll have things in common with people, but you're not gonna find people that instantly click like that, and just stick with them forever and not expect shit to happen. There's always gonna be conflicts. So I'd say if you feel like you're down because oh I can't go out with my friends. I can go out with my friends because they go shopping and they spend 3,000 ringgit every time they go out.
Mm-hmm.
Or I can't bring my girl to nice dinners because all these people on Instagram are bringing them out to Nobu. You see, if you feel that within yourself and you feel like you cannot enjoy yourself based on what you see around you, then you need a different viewpoint in life. And I think you'll find your turning point soon. Maybe it's this, maybe it's me telling you, but I think you should view things differently if that's the case.
Maybe the Pintu Belakang show saved your life. Let us know if you did.
Yeah. Disclaimer, I don't bring out girls to Nobu. I've never tasted Nobu before, but I know the place. It was just as an example.
That's a lot of cap right there, fam.
In a relationship kan, if the girl sees you tak buat what these other people do, and then you guys break up because of that. So
Yeah.
that's because that girl is living up to the society of what a boyfriend should do,
Exactly,
and
and
that's
that
kind of
is the
fucked up,
girl's
bro.
problem. That is
You
the girl's
you guys
problem.
should just be yourself and not follow up to society like, oh, if you guys both don't go to a Pharisee or a fun fair, oh, you guys are not a couple or something.
Bruv,
I
eating
agree.
Wendy's with a girl that truly loves you on a park bench over going to a fancy date with a girl that doesn't like you
You know.
any day.
You know.
Any
Bro,
fucking day.
look at the movie yang Joaquin Phoenix is in yang pakai cone tu.
Uh-huh.
They just have their moments there, bro.
Mhm.
They don't need to go fucking restaurant. They just have a moment there, like the Notebook. Ryan Reynolds baring atas the road. They just had a moment there, bro.
Yeah. And if you guys think that this topic has been very cliche, well, it needs to be put out there because I don't think people know enough how much it actually means. I mean, to certain guys that if your girl comes up to you and says, oh, why are we not doing this, and then she shows you a post on Instagram, right? Yeah, sure. You'll get it. She means well, okay? She means that she wants to do fun shit with you because she sees it and she finds it fun. Yes, there's good heart in it. But when you are brought into a context where you have to compare other people towards you, it kind of bugs you,
It
doesn't it?
does.
It's
Yeah.
like the posting, those trend on TikToks where you have this guy has to post the girl's photos or videos.
Yeah.
It's like you're asking reassurance from your boyfriend, like, why are you not trusting him? Why does if people do this, why do you have to follow,
It's
man?
it's
Doesn't
a
mean that if you
certain
don't do this, the guy doesn't love you anymore, bro.
But
it's a
reassurance isn't wrong.
certain it's a certain understanding that needs to be reached between whatever
Both
you're
parties.
focusing on. Yeah.
Yeah. Sure.
Reassurance isn't wrong. I don't mind telling you I love you every single day of my life, but
Yeah.
don't ask it when you feel down because you know damn well if I didn't love you, I would be gone.
Out the fucking
Yeah.
window. Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
It's okay
Correct.
to ask for it. Don't go overboard with it. You know?
I mean,
Don't tak faham
yeah,
sebab dia single, but it's okay.
just
Ya, doa macam
just uh,
betul.
I feel
Betul.
like I feel like putting these like social standards on every little part of your life is just gonna be a bit of a burden to you. I understand that certain standards need to be met. You need to be presentable. As stupid as it gets, yes, it matters because that's how people view you in the end, right? That's how
Mhm.
people see you. They're gonna see pictures of you and they're gonna see, what you've been doing, where you've been around. That creates a certain image, right?
Yeah.
But I think maybe it needs to go a little bit more in depth than that. I think it needs to be a bit more like you cannot depend the whole personality on something that's so virtual and so contemporary. It's not something that's solidified, you know?
Yeah. You want to know the reasoning behind all this? Unpopular opinion, social media destroys young people's minds. TikTok, Instagram, Twitter. You see how many unrealistic standards have been set by those apps? I
You
don't get it. But it is what it is, you know. Society has molded itself. We can't really do shit. And the fact of one person won't change anything.
I'd like to say shout out to my mom and dad for deciding to bang when they banged to have me
In
because I
2002.
believe that I was born at the perfect time. I believe that people who were born in 2002 had the best of everything.
Betul?
We experienced the fun of the 90s because it didn't run out just yet when we were growing up. And then we had the rise of the 2000s, which was like musically induced, technology induced, TV induced, program induced. There was the internet, and it was just getting fresh, you know. All the browsers were still ugly as fuck. People were still on Mozilla, and
Shut up, mom and
yeah,
dad.
it was a beautiful coronation to have me in 2002. So big up, dad.
I mean, I was a Valentine's Day fuck. Explains why I was born in September.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah. Fuck. Oh yeah. So you count 9 months back again.
Yeah. Which would be December, actually. Am I dumb?
September,
Eh,
When's
August,
Valentine's?
July, June,
Valentine's is the end of February,
May.
right?
Oh, no.
I don't know. I never celebrated anything.
Wait, I fucked up.
It's okay lah. They fucked.
What
9
about
months later, I popped out. You know, that's important.
Yeah.
I'm here. Appreciate me as I am. And you know there are actually superstitions on that shit. What year you were born, what month you were born. I don't know.
Yes.
Astrology is some shit. I don't know if that's superstitions, but I know you got something to say about superstitions.
I'm
Man, take it
gonna
away.
be quiet about this.
So superstitions, huh? My take, personally, I'd say where we're raised, where we're born, superstitions play quite a big part in raising children. Because I believe that every single person that's watching this and every single person that's in this call right now has at least one superstition that they were told when they were growing up. And I can assure you it doesn't make any sense. I can assure you scientifically it doesn't make sense. Logically probably it doesn't make sense. Okay, I'll give you guys an example, right? For maybe if if it comes down to Malay ones, they say you cannot eat chicken's neck because then you'll go on to your wedding banquet, right?
Oh yeah, sing it.
Your
Right?
neck like this.
Yes, sing it. Your neck, we sing it.
So it's
Yeah,
basically
what it-
cakap orang tua lah kan?
Yes.
If you sit on a pillow, buntut bisul.
Yes. Where? Where? It's funny. I know when people say like, okay, the fact of the matter is, if you didn't know this, I'm gonna tell you now. Superstitions based on old people or based on elderlies, where we're being raised, is essentially just good messages being brought out in creative ways.
Mm-hmm.
Because children will only listen to you when you say something that catches their attention. You know, you can't put your ass on a pillow because it's disrespectful to your head. How is a kid gonna register that?
Yeah.
How is a kid gonna register, like, you know, the dome and stuff, right? How you should respect where you put the crown. How is a kid gonna register that? So they're gonna say, oh, then you're gonna have a fucking wart on your fucking butt. So of course they're gonna listen. They're not gonna sit on it. You know?
Yeah.
It's good messages interpreted into creative ways. And I don't know, do you think old people go on about it way too much?
I think mine were a bit precautious. They didn't go crazy on it. They were like, jangan duduk atas bantal. I'll beat your ass. They didn't say shit like that. It's like, jangan duduk atas bantal. Because I think I was a smart kid. Because I registered when they said, jangan duduk atas bantal sebab nanti tidur kepala kat situ. I'm like, okay. I won't fart where I sleep lah. You know, stuff like that.
I feel like it's played, I guess, quite a minor part in growing up, but it's still there in the back of our head. So it's just a good reminder, I guess, that our elders have passed down. And I think it's just a really cool idea in general. Moving onwards, I have a bone to pick with Jake Paul, because apparently he's got your hat.
Puppy.
Okay, Jake Paul wise, I mean, boxing and all that. Fair play to him, I guess, because he's undefeated, right?
Yeah.
Now, boxing, however, is a whole different world. Recently, there was this YouTube versus TikTok card. So, how are you guys feeling about that?
Face Jarvis every single day. Man's went crazy, bro. Fucking knocked out Michael Lee, Jill.
Aydeel, what do you think about the YouTube versus TikTok?
feel like I gotta give praise to Kesa and Joella for starting all of it.
Of
Because
course,
without
yeah.
them starting it, there won't be any this stupid bullshit boxing league. Like it's kind of stupid. It's just because of Bryce and Austin.
I think they portrayed quite a good image, you know, in succeeding in everything they do. Because a lot of those YouTubers aren't, you know, only on YouTube. They got like FaZe Jarvis, he got gaming, and then he's a pro gamer outside of YouTube as well.
Mm-hmm.
And then DDG,
Boxing as well.
yeah, DDG, he's a rapper.
Yeah.
And he's not a meme rapper, he's a proper rapper. And I think, you know, people are being controversial about his decision about leaving YouTube, and he like deleted all his videos after that boxing match because he said he's gonna fully focus on music. I can't blame him. You know, you can say, oh, he's forgetting his roots and whatnot, but my take on it is, you know, I think he feels like he's more recognizable from music than he is from YouTube, and that says a lot about his decision. A lot more people were there to support him because he raps instead of his vlogs.
True. True.
And on the flip side, there is a certain local scene that is trying to get boxing under our cards. So, you know, call him cringe, but he's got the drive, fam. He's got the drive. He's really getting into it. Just now he was on live on TikTok and I
Oh my
logged
God.
in, and then he was actually naming the cards. It's actually insane.
It's official, ke?
Yeah, fam. don't
I
know,
gave my
that was
name. Am
really
I in the
cool.
fight?
Where is he going to box? His house?
Yeah,
ah?
yeah. I don't know. I had no
I
details.
love to be in a boxing match with
I
someone.
logged in. I logged in to his live for about, I don't know, 45 seconds, 50 seconds. And
Okay.
then I was seeing him like blabber on about this like Hall of Gladiator bullshit, you know. And then
Who's
like,
gonna
I mean,
fight?
yeah,
All the
fine. Call it
TikTokers are
cringe,
small.
call it cringe and whatnot, but I assure you, all the people that are fighting in there are in there for the memes.
They are. I mean, like,
And they're not trying to benefit from it, you know, purely. They're not trying to show off the boxing skills. They're not trying to macam get talent out or whatever. They're just there to have fucking fun.
I
Because
registered.
at the end of the day, yeah. I saw you register.
Yeah, he even tagged me.
I tagged
Jom,
Tone. I wanted to
jom,
fight Tone.
Jom.
There's no way, fam. You got a weight class.
Apparently, there are no fat TikTokers that are famous, so I can't fight anyone. So that's why they couldn't fight me, bro.
Who's in
Well,
that card
you know,
though? I'm interested, bro. Who's in the
It's
card?
gonna be those famous ones, I think.
maybe lah.
Siapa?
But the problem
Isaika
is,
lawan ni.
even those famous guys pun didn't even see that thing.
True.
That thing doesn't even have that many views on it for it to be like a so-called national event.
Did y'all see the
Yeah.
Twitter beef?
Which one?
What
But one.
Issa Isap and Eddie Ashraf, they want to box.
Really?
And Piu Jamal is involved.
How?
I don't know, there's like this whole beef going on. Like, Eddie Ashraf tweeted out, can I get a boxing trainer somewhere near his area? I forgot, it was like PJ or something, right? And then Issa Isap quoted, no need to get a trainer, bro. I boleh bayar kan. He was like, as in a joking way, because they wanted like beef. They had beef or some shit. I don't fucking know.
Yeah, because of the futsal kan. Because the Isa Isap fought with the Chalo team.
Fucking Malaysians
that's the
leeching
beef.
off of global fame with boxing.
because Eddie Ashraf made a video of cello for his brand, and he bantai the Isa Isap punya situation.
Mm-hmm.
Probably that's why they're going back and forth again now. For
Okay.
that.
But why carry on, man? The shit was dead.
I don't know.
That shit was so dead. They beat
I'm
up
a root for
some
you,
random
Jaman.
kid at a futsal tournament. The world issue. That's crazy.
Funny.
It's always the famous people.
It's always the famous people that are controversial.
It is what it is. Welcome to Malaysia, everyone. This is a formal invitation.
You know who I want to see in a ring? I want to see fucking Safi Salih box.
Safi Salih.
Mas gonna do knuckle boy boxing, bro. I'm
I-
mad, dude.
I want to see Safi Salih box, man. That man is hench, you know. You know, recently, before we got into lockdown again, I had the chance to go to a few local football games. And then apparently Safi Salih is still playing
Oh,
at
He
club
is?
level. Yes, he's still playing. I watched what match was it?
Is he KLFA?
It was KL versus JDT. Yeah, Safi Salih got subbed on in the 60th minute and he was
Who,
fucking
Aguero?
huge, bro. He
Aguero.
was huge. It was such a fucking tank. Didn't touch the ball once. Consistent. No worries. So speaking of Ballon d'Or worthy footballers,
Latia.
we're gonna slowly drift on to this heated competition a certain man will call the Euros. So since Firas has been a bit quiet, I like to have his take on
For
who
me,
on who's coming
on
home.
who? Oh, for me, it's either based on the matches that I watch. I think it's gonna be either
Belgium.
Belgium or maybe England. But I don't know about England because Southgate's pretty a bad fucking coach. I don't know why. He has the best talent in the England squad and
And it's all on the
managed to
bench.
get a tie with Scotland.
All
You
on
got
the bench.
Billy Gilmore in the mid. That's the man of the match. Billy fucking Gilmore. Not Foden or anything. So for me, I
Stupid.
think it's gonna be Belgium.
Belgium, huh?
Belgium.
Up
On
the
Ideal,
fucking
I think it's
Belgs.
supporting France.
Francis Angolo. Kante Pogba. Shit. That masterclass, bro. Masterclass.
Muslim masterclass.
Muslim masterclass. Alhamdulillah, brother.
I'd say for
Going mad,
me,
bro.
I'd say for me the Euros is quite a tight matchup this year, this time around. A bit tighter than usual because usual we'd have the fucking clown teams out in the beginning.
Mhm.
Towards the end you already know like the matchups are gonna be really good, right?
Yeah.
But now even the groupings are going fucking crazy, man.
Yeah. Grouping.
And
What's the group of death? No, it has like Portugal,
it's
Germany.
Portugal, Germany,
Germany, France.
France, and Hungary.
And then you get Hungary. You get
Oh.
Hungary at the bottom right.
Hungary gonna fucking die, man.
Didn't Hungary score first just now?
I'm not
I
sure.
know.
Hungary, yeah. Just now, I got like my friends were going crazy in the WhatsApp groups, and then they were saying like, "Oh fuck, Hungary scored first," and then I saw France post a goal announcement. So I was like, "Ah, yeah, that's expected." But anyways, a more emotional touch to the Euros. A big speedy recovery to a certain Mr. Christian Eriksen after he collapsed on the pitch. Apparently I read on it and it said that he actually had a cardiac arrest on the
Damn.
pitch and like his heart actually stopped for a few minutes and then they brought out the shocking things, the defibrillators, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and then
yeah.
they actually managed to revive him. So he actually stopped. He
Fuck.
actually died for a bit.
Yeah.
He died on the fucking football pitch.
He
Ball is
died.
life, bro.
Ball
Ball is life.
life, man. Yeah, but you know, God praise, he's out of the hospital now. He's been discharged. Yeah, and I don't think he's gonna be like
Yeah, I don't
the
think he's gonna play any
probably have
football
to-
now.
Yeah, I think he might be announcing his retirement or something.
He
But
should.
you know, to keep the girl audience around, I'm sorry for the football chat. Sorry if that bored you. That was very, there was a lot of boy talk. Apologize
A lot
for
of
that.
masculinity, a lot of testosterone in the
Yeah.
air right now.
Yeah.
So relating on how cardiac arrest, Christian Eriksen. No, hope he gets nothing but the best. You know who else gets cardiac arrest? Fat people. Irfan, I heard you
Oh
were fat about a year ago. Like
Yeah,
mad fat.
fam. I was. I wouldn't say obese, but I had some bunda on me, you know. I
Man.
had some. I say it proud. I say it proudly. I put on weight. I spent 4 years in. I spent 4 years in upstate, then came back down, and then spent the rest of my year in fast food restaurants. And there's no, there's a bit of regret there. I'd say the least to say is there's a bit of regret there. I wouldn't expect myself to bring myself down that far. But yeah, I've been on the grind. I've been on the recovery. Not looking too shabby right now.
Looking
Weighing a
good, fam.
hefty. Okay, censor this. Weighing a hefty. You know the drill. But yeah, I used to be, as Zaf said, and I quote, fat. Um, I was what was it, about 80 kilos. Then I dropped down. Probably a lot of you that are listening already know, because I've been updating my progress and shit, because I need to see it for myself. If not, I'm not gonna be satisfied with it.
True.
And that's just self-explanatory, really.
I mean,
There's
I've
not
been
much to
hitting the gym consistently since like late December last year, 5 times a week, and I wasn't as fat as I used to be. Motherfucker, I had no neck about a year ago. I got neck now.
grind.
So, speaking about fat people, and I believe I have the right to say this because I'm still a bit fat.
Yeah.
What's your guys' take on body shaming? Is it as bad as face shaming?
Okay. I'll put this out there, right? You can change your body, you can't change your face.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, you can. You can change your face. You can make an effort to.
Mm-hmm.
But presumably, your body is going to be the easier option. And for someone to say something negative about it, in hopes that like you maybe change the way it looks, not in hopes, but like in fuel, I guess. Then
Motivation.
I think it doesn't carry a high enough degree to beat insulting someone for how they were born.
Facts. It's like
Yeah.
if you're fat, like no one's born obese though. Like you could be a heavy ass baby,
Yeah.
but like once you start to grow up, there's this thing called exercise. The least you could do is play football with your friends like 5 at the park. So like I think that and not to say that it's okay to body shame, but it's still valid in the terms of where you can make fun. How the fuck do I say this without it sounding triggering? You are allowed to talk about someone's body because they always have an option to change it. But if you're born an ugly motherfucker, you are an ugly motherfucker. Like the
Yeah.
least you could do is get jacked
Yeah, yeah.
and be
Yeah.
ugly.
Yeah. Exactly.
At least you're Jack.
You can
Huh.
work for yourself. I mean,
Wham!
find what works for you, man.
True.
Yeah, as I was saying, you shouldn't take it to heart, because in most occasions, I'd say in common occasions, people face body shaming a lot when they meet family members. And then family members kata, oh, dah gemuk. Or like, oh, kurusnya tak makan ke. Like, stuff like that, right? During family reunions, balik raya, balik kampung. And I think you shouldn't take it to heart, because they mean well, because they thought their idea as old people, their idea is when you got chub on you, you're happy, you're joy, you're blessed, But if you're skinny, something wrong with you. Putus cinta ke apa.
Yeah.
Dia cakap apa kan.
Jodoh.
Lepas tu, I think you shouldn't take it to heart, because they mean well. And they're not trying to fucking like insult you for how you look. But yeah, take it as you like, but don't take it too deep.
Facts.
When it comes to face, you should be offended, because there's not much you can say about that. And if you are being the victim in that situation, then you shouldn't be able to take shit from that. And if you are the person that's delivering it, you're a fucking asshole.
Yeah, that's just the conclusion. If you
Yeah.
talk about someone in
Face
general,
shaming is the ultimate asshole move. If you're kidding and like people know you're kidding, that's
Yeah.
that shouldn't have to be explained. But if you mean it unironically, if you actually go out of your way to tell a person that they're clapped
Then you a bitch.
Yeah, then you're a bitch. Then you're a bitch. Conclusively, I think that's covered everything that we wanted to get off our chest for at least this time. And if you feel like you have any insight on whatever we've talked about, then fair, reach out to us. We got our socials linked below, above, wherever this may go. And it's all about what everyone has to say, really. I won't assure you that I'll listen, but say your shit.
This.
And if you have any certain points that you disagree with us, or you feel like there's a certain point that you've been thinking about for so long and you want us to break it down, then bless, reach out to us. You know us, you know where to find us. And I think for that, salam to everyone, and we're logging off.
Thank you everyone for watching our first episode. You guys make it this far. Thank you for supporting. I know it's just the first episode. It may be a bit rusty, but then hopefully it gets better throughout more episodes of us recording. But other than that, this is Pintu Belakang, and thank you for listening to us.
Jeez.